on a Wednesday. It's on a Wednesday 10, and we are back in the landscape of expecting a lot to happen, especially this very time and this very country, Kenya. Now, you've been hearing some rumors and you've been checking along what is happening and what is today we have a party which is to be launched. Kuna watu wanakuanga nyuma in terms of politics and of some things zina happen in our country. Na I knew this story long time ago, but again in that nilikuwa najiuliza inaweza kuwa ni uongo, so let me not spread rumors, but all along we knew that this party belonged to none other than Sifuna, together with Babu and together with the United Mwananchi, Linda Mwananchi, pale with the ODM people. Now, Sifuna, you remember one day when he was doing a certain interview, immediately he was removed from wakati wanga wanaendelea kupiga mdomo na kumpiga mawe, wakidhani kwamba hana mpango, hawezi fanya chochote. No, people do have brains, but what they really need to do is to, one, do things with some good wisdom before it reaches a point whereby you are thrown away, but you see an indicator of being thrown away. Then you should prepare yourself. You should prepare yourself for another task. When it comes to a task of politics, you need to prepare yourself. You can stand on your own, and that is what you need to know, that in the coming years, because of what I told you yesterday, that we've really understood what it means to have your own party and what the importance of having a party, and again the malpartism that was fought for in the 2010 constitution that is actually in there. Of course it was there, but again it was now in a constitution whereby it was part of the things that were talked about, especially with the new constitution. Now let me tell you, because in the new constitution we have got the rights that are protecting these people who have got new political parties, people who are actually having their party, and again the money that is given to those political parties, it is actually protected. So with Sifuna, right away as we are speaking, he is going out today to have his own certificate, or rather their own certificate, because they have a new party in place. The new party in place is none other Resonance party, inaitwa kwa Kiswahili. They have a slogan, PM party. I don't know, I can't remember that, but again we did this long time ago, but it's PM party. If you know, you've known, or rather you haven't heard of it, PM party is now actually the political party given to none other than Sifuna himself. So Sifuna, from today onwards, just know he's linked. If he will not come out, because he has been using some proxies, because this party was launched in KISII 2 months ago, that is in February. So in February we had this party in KISII, and again now this very month we are seeing new things happen. So with the way things are shifting and the way things are rebuilding, we are going to expect a lot to happen, especially in the political party systems. Remember, there's a time when Ruto was coming out with another new political party. He came with UDA. UDA again was a progressive. Johnson Mdhama. This, knowing that one, he should shift before Maana ukianza kuonesha mlango kila mara na unajipanga hauna nyumba yako, this is the same case that happened to Gachagua. Remember this. In most of the interviews that have been made, or rather that have been done within the country, Kenya, we've seen one, the latest that we saw, Fred Okengo Matiang'i was saying, we want to work with none other than Sifuna and Babu. They know why. When they have to talk of someone, they have to actually mention someone, they know these people have got a plan. And they know that their plan can work all together to ensure that they are doing and they're actually getting to a certain measure whereby they'll reach a certain point whereby they will win people. In Nairobi County, for anyone to win the Nairobians, you'll have to use 1, Sifuna, 2, Babu, right? And 3, there's so many people that, of course, we have in Nairobi County. Now, James Orengo is one of the people, and actually is the most favorite governor in who is actually loved, especially when we talk about Nairobi County. He can be off Siaya, get to Nairobi, he can be celebrated because they know that he fights for the people of this country, Kenya. Now, let's finish on this. So when they were planning to outcast these two people, Babu and Sifuna, now to a point whereby Oburu Odinga decided to say that we can now live without Sifuna because he's, that was an indicator that he's decided to outcast this Sifuna and Babu. You see, because Babu cannot be without Sifuna and Sifuna cannot be without Babu, because this duo, they are doing a massive job in Nairobi County. Now, the reason why it's happening that way, it's because Babu is going to run for Nairobi seats, and as well, we have Sifuna going to run for the senatorial seat. So gubernatorial seat is going to be run by this gentleman Babu, and again we have Senator Sifuna. But now, Orengo is going for the last term as the governor Siaya County, the last term. But again, remember this. I want to remind you this, that surely ODM, they had a plan. And I told you this plan was that Ababu Namwamba, whenever you saw Ababu Namwamba in that meeting, Ababu Namwamba came over there, not that he came by accident. It was a strategy that we've been seeing this guy in ODM, and he can come back and take over. What you heard Rigathi say the other day, what is just it wasn't just a rumor, it is a real thing, that Ruto wants his own man to be working with ODM so that he can do anything he wants. Because actually, to win a certain party, you have to win it through a secretary, as general secretary. You get it? Now, secretary general, that is. That is why, even in ODM, Sifuna, being the son of Raila Odinga, he was never defeated. And wherever he was making statements, he was someone's, let's say, the people's secretary general. And people loved him because he fought for the Kenyans. Now, this is the same thing before Ababu Namwamba left. You know, when someone shifts, it creates some how do we call it, some uncomfortableness, whereby, you know, the working of as a political party without an SG, it has got it gets to have some problems, because this man was working and he was loved, and people really loved the way he was speaking, the way he was putting his words. That's why you saw the deputy SG had difficult time even to actually pronounce unconstitutionalism in that very first press. Now Sifuna will have to be outcasted. The same thing Ababu Namwamba before he shifted, because he was used by the same William Ruto, because he had shifted to where? to Uhuru Kenyatta, then in 2013. So in 2013, when this Babu Namwamba shifted, then we had Senator Sifuna in that position. So when he came in that position up to now, Sifuna has been the People's Secretary General, who is loved, who has got a say, and that is why I want to remind you that the only person who actually take him off from the Secretary General seat was none other than Rao mwenyewe, the late. So for now, be aware that the party that is here, that we are seeing, that we are hearing, is a party that it belongs to none other than Edwin Sifuna. If you've heard of Resonance Party, then that is Sifuna's party, and the certificate is going to be taken today. That is not a rumor, it is something that is real, and people are going to talk anytime soon. So thank you so much for following. My name is Isaac Lenard, and we call this PILMEDIA Group, and we call this Leadership Beyond Self. And again, if you want to support this program, the notification, actually the very first thing that you'll have to do is to subscribe. Next thing is to click on this on the subscription bell, and again the last thing from the description, whatever you are seeing the description board, just if you want to send some money, just work there in the description. There is a lot there. Thank you so much for following today. See you in the course of the day, because today we have a lot of news to talk about, and we'll have to show you what is really happening in the country. God bless you. God bless